Nate is standing there like Oliver Twist with his plate out, just waiting on the board.
All right, Nate.
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.
Christina Tosi, good morning. Thanks for being here, by the way. Let me turn your thing on. There you go.
Good morning.
Years ago, there was a restaurant here in town we used to go to, and the desserts there were just incredible. And then one day, the lady who did all the desserts opened up her own store called Milk Bar, where she would take Frosted Flakes, I guess, as an example.
It's actually cornflakes.
Cornflakes.
Dirty secret. Scotty earmuffs. It's cornflakes.
Cornflakes. And she would make cornflake milk. I mean, explain what you would do with cereals. It was so innovative.
So I came up with this dessert actually at the Momofuku restaurants because I was trying to figure out a dessert that I could feed everyone that would resonate with everyone. And like you think about dessert people, someone's a cheesecake, someone's a chocolate souffle, someone's like a lemon tart, right? That's like a very wide swath for a pastry chef. So I was like, what's the flavor that everyone gets that would move everyone, that's memorable, that's like on the nose but off the nose, blah, blah, blah. And I had this idea because I was just like walking up and down the aisles of my local bodega in the East Village, and I went through the cereal. I was like going into the produce aisle and the snack and cookie aisle, and I was like, cereal. And then I was like, is this a thing or is this not a thing? You know, when you have a good idea, you're like, is this it or is this completely not it? And I grabbed a box of cornflakes, which for me is not my cereal. That's not my cereal of choice. That's not what I'm crushing.
What's your cereal?
Oh, that's like a loaded question. It depends on my day. It depends on my mood. What did I just eat? What are my options?
I'm a Fruity Pebbles girl.
No matter what?
I love them.
I love you for
It's
that.
all natural flavors.
But have you had Fruity Pebbles with the marshmallows in them? Like,
no.
Oh, you're purist.
Anyway, Christina,
Okay.
go back to your story.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So I was like, it was more the idea of the milk that's left in your bowl after you eat all the cereal out of it. Because also, like, you can't choose a cereal. Like, those are fighting words. Like, it couldn't be Golden Grahams. It couldn't be Captain Crunch. It couldn't be it had to be the idea, the flavor of the idea, not the specificity of a cereal. So I grabbed cornflakes and cereal milk. We take cornflakes, we toast them to deepen the flavor. We wash milk, like literally a giant vat of, milk. Like you could take a bubble bath in it, right? It's like a swimming pool. You could cannonball in. We wash all the flavor off. We strain it. We season it with a little bit of light brown sugar, a little salt, just to do the thing, just to season it just so. We whip it in. Soft serve ice cream, I think, is probably its finest form. And then we garnish it with cornflake crunch, which is like salty, sweet, crunchy bunchies, all the things.
This is like porn for Scotty B in the other room.
There he is. And it's this, what I love about it is it's like on the nose and off the nose. You can't quite put your finger on it. You don't exactly know what cereal it is. And even if you're a Fruity Pebbles girl, it does the thing for you.
It does. and so you started doing other recipes. And
it started this crazy empire that I was just like, I don't know, is this a good idea or is this not a good idea? I just put it out in the world.
All right, let me roll the calendar forward. And much success with Milk Bar. And I got a birthday cake slice the other night, delivered right to my house.
16 years in. This is our sweet 16, which feels so apropos.
Love it. So roll the calendar forward. Here comes pandemic. And you are used to going in and working your ass off, right? And working hard as an incredible, incredible entrepreneur, this and that. But now you have to stay home. Listen to this story. This is where it gets really interesting. You have to stay home, and you want to get out and work, but you can't. So what do?
I turn the camera around on myself. Like, I'm a baker, and when you're a baker, you bake. Like, that is... You bake on a good day, you bake on a bad day, you bake to show up for other people. Like, baking dessert is your conduit for the world. And I felt a lot of the same things that everyone else is feeling. And I thought, like, when you bake, you're baking to show up. So what do you do when you can't show up for people anymore? And the reality was I was at home baking because it's the thing that made me feel good. And I was like, is this a cereal milk? Is this a good idea or a bad idea? And I literally just turned the camera around on myself. And
so you started doing a daily show.
A daily show. I literally put a video out into the world and was like, hey, should we just all bake together? Should we start a club? Like, let's really be dorky about it. Should we do this thing? What if so? When are you free tomorrow? Like, just out into the world. Do you want to bake together tomorrow? If so, what time? 2 p.m. apparently was the time that everyone was available. And I started this thing called Bake Club every single day at 2 p.m. for 100 and something days. We do it weekly now, and this crazy, beautiful, wonderful community all across the U.S., like of all of the differences and similarities, it's like the thing that bonds people together. It's unfussy. We don't tell you what we're baking. We literally just tell you the simple ingredients that you need. So it's a total leap of faith moment. You just show up as you are. You bring whatever you have, pantry ingredients, your creativity, your imagination, and we go. Like, just start in life. You just go.
So you started doing this, the Bake Club, right? Bake Club. No, don't be shy. Be real. Tell everyone the numbers of people that were actually there. Listen to this.
Well, I didn't ever measure it because when you're the person doing it, you know this. You're just showing up being yourself as you are.
But you've been told.
My husband just posted something online yesterday that was like 100,000 people plus.
Wow.
Would just join in.
Yes.
Would just.
Goodness.
But the
Good for
beauty is
you.
like some people would bake, some people would just show up to watch. I know my mom was just showing up to like be like, "What's up? That's my daughter." Just checking in on her.
But that's so she's
my
proud.
report card.
That's so cute.
But like we got these amazing stories of people from all across the U.S. of like someone that had lost someone, like a mother and a son that were sort of at odds, and this was the one thing that they could do together every day that like brought them together, bonded them together, or like people just getting wacky, you know, just pulling whatever random ingredients in and doing their thing, and it's been awesome, and it continues on.
I love it.
Can you turn him on? I don't know how to run this thing. Nate has a question. Yes.
Uh-oh, Nate.
You're so right. So every time I go see my mom, we bake something together. Question for you. What do you think about browning butter?
I love to brown butter. Wait, are we dorking out on dessert?
Yes.
That we're going straight in?
Oh, I'm going all in, baby.
Okay, for anyone that is or isn't a baker out there, if you're trying to level up your game and just give like more depth of flavor to your baked good, take the butter, put it in a pan, and let it melt. It's going to get scary. It's melted. You keep going. It's going to start to turn color. That gets scary. What am I doing? You're basically burning the milk solids in butter because butter is milk solids, fat, and water. And you take it off probably when it's darker than you even think appropriate, and you're going to have the most amazing nutty flavor in any baked good you put it in.
See, you don't have to do it. Nate, I always thought of you as having a deep, nutty flavor. but
Nate comes brown buttered already. His heart is brown buttered.
So this daily journey with 100,000, at least 100,000 people a day, Bake Club. Now, this is the cookbook that came out yesterday. It's called Bake Club. Mm-hmm. And this you've had other cookbooks, but this is different.
This is different.
It lands different.
It's completely, well, first off, it's just 101 unfussy recipes. So it starts from pantry ingredients like graham crackers, rainbow sprinkles, all the stuff that's in your pantry that you don't think about.
Yeah.
What if I make this at home? All the way to like, well, there's drop-offable desserts, which are like the desserts you ding-dong drop at like someone's office or front door or what have you. Daily bread, baking for breakfast, and then tabletop treats. So you're trying to like get fancy with a chocolate mirror cake or creme brulee, we got you.
Oh.
I like this one, cinnamon buns with brown sugar goo.
That's it.
Oh,
yes.
stop it.
Any recipe that has the word goo in
Goo.
it, you got
but
me.
it's meant to be like an invitation in where I think a lot of cookbooks that are so brilliant can be a little scary, right?
Yeah.
And this really is the book for confident bakers, but also people that are like, am I a baker?
Yeah, so
is that right?
For me, I never bake, ever. I don't think in my life I've ever baked anything. Where
This
would I
is your
start with
book.
this? I can start with this?
You just literally thumb through it. Like, what strikes your fancy?
And is it when you give people a time, like let's say it's going to be 45 minutes, does that include the prep time of whatever you have to put in there? Or do you
it's
just
all
chop that off?
No.
Okay.
I literally start from the beginning, and I'm just like, we're in this together.
What's an easy place to start?
What's your vibe? Like, what's your
Easy.
favorite dessert?
I like things with chocolate.
Okay.
Chocolate cookies. Oh, brownies as you like.
Oh,
Girl,
yeah.
you ready
Hell
for
yeah.
this?
Yeah.
It's 7 ingredients. You melt chocolate chips down with butter. You mix in some sugar. You don't need a stand mixer. You literally need a bowl and a wooden spoon, like grandma style.
Okay.
You add cocoa powder, flour, salt. You put it in a pan. You take it out before you think it's done because brownies are the best when they're gooey and fudgy. And you're a freaking star.
Okay.
And by the way, you could put, I don't know, what other
Mayo?
kind of
Do you put mayo in there?
I have a chocolate mayo cake in there. Thank you.
Oh, don't tell her.
because
Don't tell her. Oh.
Mayo is like one of the secret ingredient weapons of a great chocolate cake.
I don't think I can
Tell Danielle.
I'm never having chocolate cake again for the rest of my life.
As long as you know it's not mayo. Do you want to see this?
No, you don't want to see this.
Mayo. She's disgusted by mayo.
God.
But girl, mayo is eggs,
Here she goes.
oil, salt, vanilla.
Yeah.
No. Well, I brought
Especially if it's warm.
She'll do it for real.
Yeah, she'll puke.
Okay, there's nothing. Oh my God, I'm literally witnessing. I have so many great desserts here, and no condiments from the condiment aisle were harmed in the making
there's
of
no
them.
mayo.
Promise me there's no mayo in
There's
anything you brought.
zero. I'm not even going to say the
love you.
word. I'm not going to talk about sandwiches. I'm not going to talk about anything.
This is not an exaggeration, by the way.
Oh, y'all.
When I was a kid and I was in school, my mom would get a phone call and they would say, "Come and pick up Danielle. She threw up." And my mother would say, "Did someone have mayo next to her at lunch?" And then she'd say, "Send her back to class."
Yep.
I don't know what it is about it. I like sour cream. Just thinking about it, the smell, the
Okay. Just don't think about it.
Okay, but the worst is what her worst thing is if somebody takes a bite and the mayo oozes out the back and splats.
Okay, moving on. We're talking about food here.
Yeah, but not condiments. Not brownies, but not condiments.
like
No mayo in
mustard.
your brownies.
But it is I purposefully, my whole thing was how do you show up for people with baked goods and how do you give them a sense of confidence in the kitchen? So I start from scratch every single time. I'm dropping eggs. I got kids running around. It's a madhouse in the best way. And also, they have to be recipes that are easy to put together. That's the bit of it. It's removing the professional pastry chef from this book. And it is 100% me as a home baker.
See,
so why I love dessert. It's the reason I fell in love with dessert. It's the recipes that fuel my friends, my family, but not in a way that's yeah, but you're a chef. It's the I'm just a girl in overalls who learned how to bake from her grandma.
There you go. This is one of the reasons we love Christina Tosi.
Yeah.
Now, I follow her on Instagram. And her husband, Will, posted something while she wasn't at home yesterday, talking about how much he loves her and how much this book is great. And it's the most beautiful thing ever. And he has a little bit of restaurant experience.
Just a little.
Just a little.
A whole lot.
Just a little bit.
We're exaggerating a lot. No, he's like the king of all restaurants. But anyway, obviously he loves you very much. And you must have been totally blown away when you saw that.
He's about to, well, you have to love that he wore the most god-awful ugly t-shirt that a friend made him in jest that just says Christina Tosi's husband, which he thinks is so funny. And he has a way with words. He's really great. But he witnessed it, and he witnessed by the way, these recipes are recipes that I test painstakingly because I'm a crazy perfectionist in the kitchen. And so he'll be how many more times are we going to make that brownie recipe? By we, he means how many more times are we going to make that brownie recipe before it's done? And it's oh, it's not done till it's done, my friend.
Oh, wow.
Until it is bulletproof, delicious. And he also always complains, please don't leave me at home with all these desserts.
Yeah.
Because I have my kitchen is the R&D for Bake Club. And it is just
love to be a neighbor.
And sheet pans and stacks of cookies and. So I brought some goodies for you.
I got a call. Christine is
Oh,
here.
God.
Christine?
Hi, good morning.
Oh, well, good morning. Say hi to Christina Tosi. She's right here. You want to say something to her?
Oh, yeah, I love you. I'm
What's up,
totally
girl?
fangirling while wrangling my dog. So yeah, oh my gosh, I had to text this morning, especially with your Bake Club recipe book coming out. I have been a fan since the very beginning. I have my Bake Club membership card on my fridge.
Legit, y'all, you can sign up for Bake Club online, and we literally snail mail, hand address you a membership card.
So, Christine, you became especially familiar with Christina during Bake Club, during pandemic. And so how did she get you through that with a smile on your face every day, watching?
Oh my gosh, it was always nose to the ground, especially with work. So, around 2:00 every day, I would just stop and being that reminder to just take a breath and, just enjoy life. And whether I was baking alongside with her or just taking notes to bake later on in the weekend when I had time, I was it's just one of those things that just, cut the monotony of everything. The day-to-day of the Groundhog Day of 2020.
Yeah, let's not go back to that ever again.
Never.
But
wait, what was her favorite dessert? I'm Christine, what's on repeat in your house from Bake Club?
repeat that I can think of right now would be the pumpkin slab pie.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with the holidays going on.
Yeah, because we're in pumpkin season. Pumpkin pie bars, glazed. Ooh,
Oh my
God, that
gosh.
sounds awesome.
bring it to
Well,
me.
Christine, thanks for checking in with us. Thanks for listening to us. We appreciate it very much. Hey, Bake Club, Amazon Bake Club, or wherever you get your books. Bake Club, get it now. I do it like I did. Get 10 copies.
Probably will give it away for the holidays.
Exactly, Christine. Thank you. I meant to buy 5, and for some reason they're sending me 10, and I have no problem. I just made you like a New York Times bestseller.
Hey, thank you.
That's what I just did. All right, so you brought some fun desserts.
I did.
So actually some savories as well, right?
Well, my question is, do you want to go savory, sweet, or wild?
Savory, what?
What is
Sweet
wild?
or wild?
Wild.
Pick wild.
I can't hear what? Savory, sweet, or wild? Oh, 3 options.
Yeah. I brought all 3. It's really just a matter of what order you want to go in.
Let's go wild. Let's go wild.
Yeah.
So I'm
is
literally
that?
just removing. I also brought a knife. I was like, are they going to let me through security with a knife?
Yeah.
I made these for you last night.
You know, if we ever need a knife around here, there's always 1 or 2 in my bag.
I mean, listen, I didn't know if they were already in use, but these things are called bugle bars. It's a layer of cookie dough at the bottom, some super crunchy cookies, some mini marshmallows, some Ritz crackers, and bugles on top, and then you pour sweetened condensed milk over it. This is a recipe you would crush. It's basically like, here he comes.
Okay,
It's basically, are you ready for this? You got to hear the crack.
Oh, wait, listen. Oh, my God. The bugles on top is...
Oh my gosh.
That's very trailer parking fun.
It's very,
So what is this called? Bugle bar?
bugle bars.
You've
It's
had- you've had
basically
bugles,
like
right?
a
Yeah, I
mag-
love bugles.
Wow.
It's basically a magic bar, but with more
God.
sound.
Oh my God,
The
it sounds
sound
so
of it is.
Nate is standing there like Oliver Twist with his plate out, just
I know.
waiting on the
All right,
ground.
Nate. All right, Nate. Here we go. Are you a corner? Are you a center cut? A corner? What are you?
Oh, my God. Look at these.
Oh my God, it's gooey.
Now, is this
It's
in...
gooey in the center.
Is this in the Bake Club
Oh
book?
wait, hold on. The first cut is always the
Hey,
hardest, Nate.
hey, Tosi, is this in the book?
It's in the book.
Okay, just checking.
100%.
Oh my gosh,
It's in the book.
I'll pass the plates around.
Okay, perfect. So this is a bugle bar, and you can like personalize it in any way you want. In that you can add whatever sweet, salty things you have in, but it's basically been on repeat. Because
Got it.
Fran, that's for you.
Got it. Throw
if
some-
you're not living the bugle,
Wait,
I mean,
wait,
come
sorry,
on
I'm
with
not-
that.
Oh
If you're not
my
living the bugle life, you
Oh,
might want to
scary.
rethink your approach to life.
We need one more.
Do we have
Okay,
silverware?
perfect.
How did you get this?
Oh, my
wait,
God.
we need two more.
Two more. Okay.
That's scary.
Thank you. I got mine.
Okay, you got it.
Oh,
Sorry.
I need another piece,
I
please.
love
What
you
happened?
guys.
Okay, wait, we need more.
Those
So
are amazing.
Little
it's
one.
salty, it's sweet. It
Give
bakes
it
for
to
30 minutes in the oven. It is literally can't mess it up.
I mean, a creative
Joy.
use for bagels. I mean,
mean,
bugles.
this is insane.
I haven't had bugles since I was a kid.
I know. They're like, I literally have it all over my lap. It's a thing. Okay, so this is wacky. Where do you want to go next, Savory?
What's that?
Okay. These are also in the book.
Oh
This is a stuffing croissant, but we stuff it with with pulled turkey, gravy, and cranberry sauce.
Oh my God.
Thanksgiving croissants. They're on the menu at Milk Bar right now too, just to help celebrate.
What are they called
the
again?
launch. Thanksgiving croissants. In the book, they're stuffing croissants, but if you put all the Thanksgiving things in them, they're Thanksgiving croissants.
my
So it's a compound butter. I warmed them in the oven this morning,
my
Elvis. Literally, I turned
Oh
on
my
my
God.
oven at 5 a.m. because I was like, if I'm going to show up for my man, I'm going to show up big. You guys
Hey,
want to
you okay,
pass
Nate?
them around?
Yeah.
Nate is
Lee.
being a monster right now.
Lee's
Sorry.
down there.
Wait,
Lee's picking the bugles off the top of
I
it.
love you, Lee. Okay, and then the last is sweet.
Oh my God.
Okay, calm down. We're oh my
But
God. right
actually,
now.
this is the perfect way to end because it's a little minty. It's a candy cane pretzel bark cookie. So it really is all of the holiday season energy.
Oh, wow.
We have these cookies. They're going to come on the menu at Milk Bar. We're doing this crazy cookie quest contest with McCormick that starts right now.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like show us your best cookie energy. You win $10,000.
And we
It's got
love-
a really
And we
it's
love
really a moment.
sponsors.
I didn't even get savory yet. We're on to sweet.
Wait.
Hold on.
It's all the things.
Oh my God, that
So,
Thanksgiving.
by the way, the
Thanksgiving croissant.
candy cane pretzel bark cookie. I'm gonna.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, by the way, if you're driving to work right now going, why are they torturing us? You can get all of this in Christina's Bake Club cookbook. Let's make this a New York Times bestseller now.
I hope there's footage of Nate pushing women and children out of the way to get these snacks and not serve anyone else.
This is banging up.
Oh, my God.
It is. Someone's gotten into 5-car. There's definitely a 5, 10, 20-car pile.
The Thanksgiving thing
I
is
just had mine.
that's
It's
so
so
you,
good.
Elvis. You love
That
that
is so
stuff.
me.
So good.
That is so good.
You're insane.
Oh my gosh.
I love it's like love eyes and hate eyes in my direction at the same time.
Scary. Don't take a bite. Ask a question.
I got my question is, how do you feel about ingredient substitutions? Like if someone wants to use like stevia instead of sugar or like almond flour, what are your honest thoughts of that?
I'm down to clown. Like the whole point of Bake Club is show up as you are with what you got and make it work in life. I think the tricky part of baking is when you get really fussy about you need exactly this and exactly that. Like the reason, how did we even learn how to make a chocolate chip cookie? I'm sure someone fudged something up.
Yeah.
Someone was like, I'm going to put these little chocolate morsels in. Is this a good idea or a bad idea? So I'm down to clown. I just think you have to have the insights and the intuition of making sure it tastes delicious. I think that's the biggest thing. And there's nothing that's more of a pet peeve than something that isn't like wildly out of control tasty.
Then let's roll back
And I
the
think it's
hands of
that
time.
pursuit.
Like, who was the first to eat an egg? Now, that egg came out of a butt of a chicken. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to eat anything out of a butt of a chicken.
Listen. Well, maybe if you heat it up, maybe put it in a pan and heat it up, right? then you're like, okay, so sunny side up, scrambled.
So should I start
poached?
heating up everything that comes out of someone's butt?
I mean,
No, God, no.
that's a personal choice that you have to make.
Okay, someone just said something interesting on. How does Christina stay so hot eating all these baked goods?
Is that for my husband? Well, go to work. If you walked a day in the shoes of someone that works at Milk Bar, it's like a gym membership workout.
Because you're working hard.
It's 50-pound bags of flour and sugar, 30-pound bricks of butter just to start a recipe.
Wow.
You're on your feet all the time. There's no sitting at Milk Bar. You know what I mean? There's no crying in baseball. There's no sitting at Milk Bar.
Okay.
You know?
Any questions for Christina?
Just silence.
Oh my God.
We
So
fed them
good.
too early. They've already gone
my
into
God.
a food
I've
coma.
got stuff all over my pants. I mean,
Look at
I'm,
Lee.
like, I'm a mess.
Lee Schrager's in a coma down there, which is how we love him.
Wake up,
so-
Lee.
Thank you.
Y'all are the best. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
letting me pop in and just sugar and savory and crazy bomb you. Mayo free. It was a mayo free.
Thank you, Christina.
And I will say, on a personal note, that Christina and I have several mutual friends, and everyone behind your back says nothing but loving, wonderful things.
Guess what? The feeling is mutual.
Yeah.
It's the same for you, but it might be even louder.
No, stop.
When I say Elvis, it's just like shrieks. Fan club.
You're incredible, and your
Shrieks
energy is even more incredible than your recipes and your desserts. Thank you, Christina Tosi. It's called Bake Club.
Yeah. Show up.
We're gonna post it on our socials and everything, and blah blah blah.
Y'all
So,
are the best. Have a great day.
We will now.
So good.
No, now we have to talk to Lee. Oh,
Yes.
Oh my God, downhill from
I
here.
thought, Lee sitting there counted as his interview.
No. So Lee Schrager, as we call him, the Cruella de Vil of culinary love, we'll have a conversation. Every time he's on, he does nothing but just belittles us and insults us. And
He's
people.
the
It's my
best. Have you
favorite.
followed Lee on Instagram? He's a great follow. Can
He
I
is.
say?
But he abuses us, and people love it. I
It's
don't-
sass. It's straight up sass.
Yeah, it is. Christina Tosi, thank you so much.
Love you. Bye.
Megan.
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.